Coach Smart talked about I guess they got 5 or 6 guys back, pretty experienced. What do you see on film?
I've been seeing a lot of good things on film. You know, they're moving people up front, displacement. They pick up schemes and twist games really well, and also, you know, a lot of team identities. They run the ball hard and run counter, and that's something that we're looking forward to. And they also do it very well. So
You mentioned counter. Does that require another level of discipline for you to not just chase, or is that like misdirection?
well, it's also misdirection, and we know a lot about Bo Nix for over the years of playing him. He's an amazing athlete, and you know he brings that element with his feet and also his arm. So, you know, a lot of guys, we're prepared to surf and we're prepared to, you know, play discipline like you said.
Nolan, what's the impact of having Daylan on the other sideline and going up against you guys?
I just think, you know, I don't think too much of it. You know, he coached me for 3 years, and he's an amazing coach, and I know he's going to have those guys fired up and ready to play Georgia.
What have you seen from Michael Williams? I guess one, how much does he spend time with outside linebackers versus the defensive ends? And two, what have you seen from him as he gets more and more comfortable in this defense?
I think he flies around, plays great football, and he's just a great kid, and he's just ready to learn. And he comes through ready to learn every day. And, you know, I'm excited for all our young players. You know, they get an opportunity to showcase, you know, what they've been doing for 14 days. And Michael Williams and a lot of the new freshmen they're going to see.
Cedric was saying he, like being around older players is making Michael more comfortable. What is your role in that? How much have you kind of been taking him under your wing?
I usually just tell all our young players, calm down and play football. It's the same football that you played since you was a little boy, so don't think too big of it, too little of it. It's just still, at the end of the day, it's a game, and we're supposed to enjoy it and have fun.
Nolan, we've spent a lot of the summer talking about the inside linebackers and how important it is for those guys to step up. So what have you seen from that entire group getting ready for the start of the year?
I've seen great things from that entire group, from the freshmen all the way to the seniors, from the guys that I came in class with, Tresman and even Ryan Davis. You know, they're taking that extra step and that extra role and getting everyone playing together and playing as a room, and also including us. I know we say we LBU, so we always try to play together, inside linebackers and outside linebackers, and just really, you know, play under Coach Schumann and Coach Deribe the way that, you know, they have an idea for us to play.
What does Robert Beal bring to that outside linebacker room?
Man, big beefy, man. He brings a lot of things for me as far as being my friend. You know, it's like me and an Adam situation, and it's just me and Beefy. And, you know, I love working with him day in and day out. And I think, you know, he brings a lot to my game as far as he pushed me to be better. And we just push each other day in and day out to compete. And also even with Warren McClendon and Broderick, you know, our tackles, you know, we try to tell them, let's go today, let's get it done.
What are you expecting out of this Georgia defense?
I mean, I play on the Georgia defense. I'm not expecting anything. I'm expecting that we show connection. One, you know, the game is meant to have fun. It's nothing to show me. You know, I'm just a player, and I just want to have fun with my guys and all 11 guys playing the same call, 11 hats to the football, us swarming and flying, and connection. That's the only thing that I can control.
Are y'all sort of motivated or pushed though with all the guys you lost and people expecting the defense to drop off a bit? Obviously, I'm sure you guys don't see it that way.
No, I mean, you can look at it. I've been a Georgia fan all my life, and that's one thing that's been great around here is Georgia defense. So I'm 100% not worried about a drop-off. Again, like Coach Smart said, it's a standard. Just because we had a lot of guys leave last year, it's a standard of Georgia defense, and we play at a high level.
What's different about this defense compared to this time last year?
I would say the only difference is that, you know, guys are still trying to, you know, figure things out, because we still do have a lot of young players, but we have a lot of older guys that are telling them, like, you can lean on me, come to me, ask me questions, because, you know, they just have certain questions because they haven't been there or seen those things. And it's not even that they're physical or they're not capable. It's just they have questions and they're still learning.
Playing next to a guy like Jalen Carter on the inside, what does that do for your game, especially knowing that he is such a game breaker that he is?
It takes my game to the next level, just because I know what I'm gonna get from JC every play, day in and day out. And you know, a lot of people say it's that connection piece. I mean, I can shoot him a non-verbal. I can look at him and he know what I'm thinking about before we even snap the ball, and we're on one page together.
Nolan, what stands out to you about this Oregon offense you guys are going to be going through?
Man, they have a really great offensive line. You know, that's going to be the challenge for us. That's the best part of their group, and we identified that. And like I said, they run counter very well. They can run a lot of zone plays and a lot of zone stretches very well. So I'm very excited about that and ready to, you know, go against their offensive line.
With all the veterans y'all lost from last year, is there a little different dynamic this fall in terms of older guys bringing younger guys along, whereas last year there was kind of experience at every position?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'd just say, like I said earlier, you know, a lot of the young guys just have questions that they have to ask. They've never seen certain formations or certain things like that. And it's just typical. I mean, high school football, you know, they're not doing Husky, they're not doing Trojan, they're not doing Unbalanced all the way over there where they're from. So it's just learning those little things. And I mean, they're picking up really quick and they're being really attentive, showing up to extra meetings and stuff like that.
Will the defense look any different to most people since you obviously lost so many players?
Different numbers.
Different numbers?
Mm-hmm. Different people in different spots with different numbers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Plug and play, basically.
Like I said, you know, Georgia's defense has been, since I was a little boy watching Jarvis Jones playing, it's always been like a high level of which Georgia defense play. People came to see Georgia defense, you know. Offense sell tickets, defense win games, and that's the ultimate reason why I came here. I want to play for a great defense that was known all over.
Hey Nolan, how different do you expect Bo Nix to look? I mean, is there any differences you think that you'll see from him compared to at Auburn? And how you guys preparing for him a little differently maybe?
Well, I'll say the difference that he's in also a new scheme. I've never seen him in this scheme before, and he's learning new plays. So is us. And the 3 times that I've seen him, you know, he's dynamic and electric, and I expect to see the same things from him, just out of a different offensive scheme.
Having matched up against Georgia's tight ends in practice a bunch, how important are those guys, Brock Bowers, Jonah Washington, and what you guys want to do offensively and be as a team this year?
Man, it's a 3-headed monster. I mean, you go from a read, covering a read, then you got to go fight Darnell down there in the box, but also Darnell, they'll shift out. And I mean, I just say Coach Martin is having a field day just because, man, they do all type of things with our tight ends, and they're all really good. In space, out of space, inside the box, blocking with their hands. And I give a shout out to my dog, Coach Hartley, man. He does a great job with those guys every day, and he pushes them. Shout out tight end tough.